Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. Had a fun conversation last night during the live stream with Coach Rice, Coach Jay, talking a little recruiting. Look, it's 2024. Things are different now, right? When you talk about the world of NIL and not just NIL, not just dropping the bag. That's something that a lot of people say when it comes to recruiting. Well, they spent more money. We should have spent more money. Just drop the bag. And that's not always the case because funds are limited, right? Money is just not unlimited for Tennessee. They have to pick and choose. It's almost like, even though it's the Wild West and there's no restrictions and you can spend whatever you want to spend, it's still like having a salary cap for college football. Look, we've heard about the deals. We've heard about the alleged $8 million contract for Nico. We've heard the alleged rumors of an elite offensive tackle getting a deal worth $5 million. It is crazy the amount of money that's being spent on college football. But we've also talked a lot about Josh Heupel, this coaching staff, and what their priorities are, right? Their priorities are the quarterback position. Their priorities are the edge position and also the offensive tackle position. And we're seeing that by getting guys like Lance Hurd via the transfer portal. Sounds like Tennessee is trending for the five-star offensive tackle, David Sanders. We've seen edge rusher after edge rusher after edge rusher sign up to come play football for Rodney Garner. So if that's the case, if that's where you're choosing to spend your money, what about the secondary? You look at recruiting over the last few years, right? You go back to the class of 2023. I think it was pretty solid in the secondary. You added four-star Jordan Matthews and Ricky Gibson at corner, guys that we are going to see contribute in this 2024 season. You went and got Christian Conyer, who's obviously transferred out, Jack Luttrell, who is obviously transferred out, a couple of three-star prospects, John Slaughter, another three-star, and then you move ahead to the class of 24. You added four-star corner Caleb Beasley, one of the top players in the state of Tennessee, followed up by a couple of three-star safeties, Marcus Gorey and Idris Farouk. Are your evaluations on point there? Because I like Marcus Gorey. I had the opportunity to see him play in person. We've done film breakdowns on both Gorey and Farouk. Coach Jay likes what they bring to the University of Tennessee. But then you move ahead. We talk about the class of 2025. All your corners that are committed are three-star prospects. Dylan Lewis, Trey Poteet, Tyler Redmond. And I'm not taking away anything from any of these guys. When you put your name on the dotted line, you come play for Tennessee. We are behind you. We are pulling for you. We're looking at a grading, right? We're looking at On3, 247 Sports. We're just having a conversation here. Now you've got an opportunity to go sign four-star corner Onis Conanbanny. Your only safety commit is three-star Sidney Walton. So what do you guys think? Is Tennessee choosing to spend their NIL in other places, or do you point your finger directly at Willie Martinez and say he can't get it done on the recruiting trail? Because regardless of recruiting, the secondary going into 2024 is kind of interesting, right? It was an overhaul, a mass exodus. You added some guys in the transfer portal. You can see a projected depth chart here with Jacoby Thomas, the transfer from MTSU. A lot of hype, a lot of buzz around him. Is he ready to take that next step to the SEC? Andre Turrentine at strong safety. And then you added Jermod McCoy, a young corner from Oregon State, who I think is a talented player. Coach Jay also broke down the film on him. Really likes Jermod McCoy. We saw Ricky Gibson start to come on. You got Jordan Thomas penciled in there at star, but a lot of people think Boo Carter could ultimately win over that position. So it's just going to be interesting to watch this secondary heading into the 2024 season. But I want you guys to comment right now. Do you understand? Do you feel like it could be that Tennessee is using their NIL in other areas, and that's why, if we want to call it a struggle in the secondary so far, is that why? Or do you think Willie Martinez has to go? Put it in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. You still have the opportunity in this class of 2025 to sign some elite players. Again, Onis Conanbanny, the rumors that he committed, got caught on a live stream by Braylon Staley on Instagram, but it's not been made public. Does that stick? Can Tennessee get him committed officially? We'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. I think he's scheduled to come off the board in August, but also premier target for me, four-star safety Shady Hayward. Is he going to come to Tennessee? Did Tennessee do enough to swing the momentum back? Kind of a lot of chaos the last month or so for a guy that we thought was trending to Tennessee. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. I need you guys to do that YouTube stuff for me real quick. Hit the thumbs up just below the video. It's quick, free, easy, and it does help this channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media. We're not journalists. We're not reporters. We don't break news. We talk about the news. We speculate. If there's a rumor on a message board, we're going to talk about it. We're going to speculate. That's what fans do, right? That's what we do here for the fans, by the fans. If you like it, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Going to be live on Saturday for the commitment A 4-star tied into Son Brame. Is it Oregon or is it Tennessee? Right now, nobody knows. We're going to be covering that live when we have the time. I'll put it out, let you guys know. But make sure you're tuned in, dialed in for that. Also, NCAA nights every Tuesday night. Getting ready for the EA Sports College Football 25 Talkin VAWLS Dynasty. You want to be a part of that. If you want to be a part of that, you want to play against me, Coach Jay, Coach Rice Dauber, you got to join the Patreon. It's out there now. The link is in the description below. But let's jump into it. Let's talk about Shady Hayward. Put it out on Twitter. He said, great visit at Rocky Top. Love being in Knox. Is this where home is? Stay tuned. Go show Shady some love on Twitter at Lagonza Jr. Let him know what the move is. You can also follow me at Boogie Bentley. I quote tweeted it and said, let him know. Go let Shady Hayward know that Knoxville is home because we need him. I'm not going to go through the scouting report. I've been through the scouting report before. He is an explosive player on both sides of the ball and also in the special teams game. He loves violence. He loves to hit. He loves contact. I went out on a limb in the last live stream, and I said he could be the next Eric Berry at the University of Tennessee. He is just that talented. You can go look at the profile. We won't look at the scouting report. We'll go take a look at the profile. Here over at On3, we'll scroll up. 4-star prospect, just outside the top 100 in the On3 industry rankings. But you can see there, On3 has him inside the top 100, 7th best safety in the country. But Shady Hayward calls himself the best safety in the country. And I love that because, you know, I said this in a previous video. It doesn't matter if you believe he's the best safety in the country. It doesn't matter if I believe he's the best safety in the country. He believes it, and he brings that to the field every single time he puts on the shoulder pads. Again, loves violence. I'm going to play the clip just because I love the clip. Last time we had Shady on the show. Let's take a look.
Like, it's kind of a tie.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because when you hit somebody, like the feeling of knowing you hit them in front of their family and then you just lay them out, you just be like, oh, yeah.
Shady loves to choose violence. You know, a lot of speculation about what's going on with his recruitment because it was all Vols, 865 Live. He said he's just here to help Tennessee recruit. He loved himself some orange, came on the show. He looked like a guy that was ready to pull the trigger and commit to the University of Tennessee. Now, there's some speculation. There's some rumors out there, people putting the narrative out there that Shady wanted to mix things up. He wanted to mix things up and create a little interest in his recruitment. Could that be the case? I have no idea, but he went to Georgia and coming off that visit, he said they're the leader. He went to South Carolina coming off that visit. He said they're the leader. He went to Florida coming off that visit. He said they are the leader. But guess what? Tennessee got that last shot. He got to come back home and see what Rocky Top was all about. Did Tennessee do enough? Coming out of the visit, he said, I got to spend some time with the guys. I really figured out where I fit in at Tennessee. He said, I've been down here a million times, so it wasn't like nothing new. Now, what I love, this has not even crossed my mind. You know, there's been some speculation that Shady could move down and play linebacker. He's got the frame. He's got the body to do that. Again, he plays with physicality, but he's also got the speed to play in the secondary. Read a 247 Sports article that said this. Tennessee showed Hayward how he could fit into both the safety positions and the star position, and that's when I started licking my chops. That star position in this defense is, that's kind of redundant, the star. He's the superstar of the defense. He's the quarterback of the defense. He's the guy in that star position. Tim Banks really sets you up for success, and I think a guy like Shady Hayward could be a game changer in that star position. They're talking the same thing about Boo Carter. He could be a superstar in that position. Said he also got a chance to see the coaching staff and players out of their element when the recruits went boating and tubing on the river. Even in that setting, though, Hayward could see something he likes about the Vols. Now, according to Shady, coming out of the visit, going into the decision, which is coming up on July 27th, which is Shady Hayward's birthday, going into the decision, he calls the main three, the Vols, the Gamecocks, and the Gators. Austin Price said, keep your eye on Georgia. They could be the biggest threat. Chad Simmons put out a most recent update. He said his recruitment has been fluid in the recent weeks, but Tennessee was the front runner for months. Florida and South Carolina are their top competition. Again, AP says keep your eye on the Bulldogs. We'll see what happens. I've said it before. I'll say it again. We need Shady Hayward on Rocky Top. I think that type of elite talent in the secondary. Look, our defensive line is there. Our defensive line, Tim Banks has called it the best in the country. We are back when it comes to the defensive line. Our linebacker room is full of talent. The guys that we have brought in like Arian Carter. I'm looking for Keenan Peely to have a big-time breakout season coming off the injury. Jeremiah T. Lander, young stud linebacker in that room. Edwin Spillman a guy that showed up on campus as a true freshman and looked like an SEC caliber linebacker. I think we got the defense, and we're starting to add some young talent in the secondary. A guy like Shady Hayward is just going to continue to elevate that talent. We say it all the time, competition breeds success. Iron sharpens iron. The more talent we can get on Rocky Top, the better. How are we feeling about Shady Hayward? We're just exactly 1 month away from his decision. Are you feeling good? Are you nervous? Are you anxious? Let's talk about Willie Martinez and his recruiting in the comment section. But that is going to do it for this one. We got brand new merch. If you're a lurker in the chat, you're always watching, but you never comment. You never jump in the live streams. We created a new shirt for you called the Lurker. It is a Lurker Talkin VAWLS shirt. All the merchandise is at bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. Shout out to the members of the channel. You want to support what we do, think about hitting that join button right over there beside subscribe. You can do it for as little as $1 a month. We appreciate the support. If you're on an iPhone, there's a link in the description. You have to go off the YouTube app in order to join if you're on an iPhone Apple product. So we appreciate it. That is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.